Very good morning to you. Well, we know of the accommodation crisis that's currently ongoing, but Pat Ryan joins me, founder and CEO of HomeHak, and he has issued a statement today saying 26,114 households across Galway City and County have 2 or more unoccupied bedrooms. And Pat joins you on the line. Pat, morning to you.
Good morning, Keith.
Thanks for joining us today. It's quite a staggering report that you have here, but I suppose people are entitled to have unoccupied bedrooms, but you're trying to get them to focus perhaps on renting them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's entitled to have to do anything they like with their own home. There's no question there. But at the same time, we know there's a cost of living crisis. We know a lot of people are lonely. A lot of people like some more security. And, people would maybe like just the extra income that comes with renting out a room. And we feel there's something inhibiting more and more people from renting out the room. And we're trying to cut down those, whatever the friction is, whatever the barriers are, and make it easier and more trustworthy for people to rent out that room. Because as you identified, the 26,000 households have 2 or more bedrooms. And in fact, more starkly, Keith, 9,000 homes in Galway City and County have 3 bedrooms with the doors closed and nobody sleeping in them. That's 27,000 unoccupied bedrooms. And we just feel there's a fraction of them that maybe we can help people to just rent one. Rent it for the month, a couple of months, rent it to a nurse, a doctor, a dentist, a student.
And how do they go about doing that then? HomeHak is your company.
HomeHak is what we set up. We started in Cork a couple of years ago. We're in Cork Business of the Year in February of this year with this approach. And essentially what we've done, Keith, is to flip the business model that's been in place around the world, where property websites advertise a property and then thousands of people see it and hundreds of people apply. And as we've seen the queues down the street, and we took the view that that's not a very good people way of doing things. It's not really a decent way of doing it, antagonizing people with a 3-bedroom house when only 3 people end up sleeping in it. So what we did was turn that model upside down and made it about people. And so with HomeHak, the individual prepares a tenant CV and gets some empowerment, if you like, and they put out there and say, this is me, I'm John, I'm Keith, I'm Mary, I'm Joe, and this is who I am, this is why I'm a great tenant, and this is what I'm looking for. And they can be proactive about it. And so that's what we've done with HomeHak. And then the landlords and letting agents in the country, they're not, our homeowners, they're not delighted with the process that's been in place for 25 years with property websites, because they're getting inundated. They don't know who's who, and they have so much GDPR responsibility because of all the personal data coming in. So now they type in the address, be it in Galway, and they see who is working or studying near this house that might want accommodation. And so there's a lot more to go with the approach. And now we're just taking it to Galway, to Dublin, to Waterford, Limerick, and the rest of the country.
So where's the best place for them to go then? And is there a charge on this one, can I ask you, Pat?
Great question, Keith. 2 questions there. Go to homehak.com and create a profile, be it as a homeowner, a landlord, letting agent, or somebody who's looking for accommodation. There is no charge to advertise the property, be it a room or a whole house. For a landlord, letting agent, again, it's free to advertise, because we don't want any friction there. And on the tenant's side, it's free for the first couple of weeks. And then if they want to keep their profile, it's €25 per year. And with that, they get all of their data collected, organized, stored. They can hide it when they're finished with the process. And there's numerous controls in there to help them protect their data, because it's one of the pain points we're trying to solve as well, Keith, and that people feel they're vulnerable in terms of their data. And so we help them to store it and manage it properly, and then present themselves really, really well. And the last point is our unique product, Keith, is where we organize the people looking for homes into a page for their employer. And that's our unique product, Keith, where on HomeHak, for example, Cork University Hospital have a page, and on there are the nurses and doctors who are looking for homes to rent right now. And with a big campaign going to say, instead of advertising a room or a home, why don't you just go to that page and pick a healthcare worker?
Okay.
And you have a one-on-one engagement with them rather than advertising to the world and antagonizing everybody.
Now, HomeHak is spelled HomeHak, but Pat Ryan, and thank you for joining us on the program today.